forgot who I was. I forgot I was Filipino. I was trying to hide it for so long.
So what do you say to those titas who are like, oh, you're being so disrespectful? Like,
Yeah, I did a whole reel about it, and I was talking about the shame of like the walang hiya and the walang utang na loob for us to kind of take back the power.
What do you want Filipinos to feel when they wear your pieces?
I just wanted Filipiniana to be worn on any occasion.
It's still very taboo and faux pas, like the mental health conversation within the Filipino culture. Like, how did you find that discovery on your own?
I need to talk about the fact that I had really abusive parents and I left home really young and I never looked back. Imelda didn't invent the terno. The terno has a long history and evolution over the years, and it's ours.
We have a really fun phrase of the week, also connected to a special surprise that we have for today. So do we start with Tagalog or do you want to go with Bisaya first?
I'm going to let you go because I need a second.
Okay. All right. We're gonna jump right in there. Bawat tahi ay may bagong kwento.
Okay. Effortless.
And then the Bisaya is, sa kada tahe, adunay bagong istorya.
Woo! It's like we talk Tagalog or something. So for the viewers at home, this means every stitch tells a story.
And why does every stitch tell a story, Jada?
Because we have a very special guest today. This is our first guest of the season, actually. So today she is Manila-born and a Toronto-based artist, entrepreneur, and cultural disruptor. She is the founder of Vinta Gallery and now Regalo Studios. She is somebody who champions heritage fashion with that Filipina modern twist. Yes. So today we're going to be talking about culture, identity, entrepreneurship, and why Filipinos just deserve beautiful fashion.
Absolutely.
So without further ado, let's give it up for Caroline Mangosing.
Hey, welcome.
Fangirling. Totally fangirling. We were just telling her how we've wanted her on the show for a very long time. So
why didn't you
the day has
me?
come.
We did. No,
we did.
No.
You were launching something. Hala, sige. So how would you describe yourself to people when they're meeting you for the first time?
Well, generally I don't do that. I don't know. I'm an introvert.
Introvert? Okay, yeah.
I am a creative.
100%.
And I am an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
about it.
Yeah, totally.
How did you find being an introverted entrepreneur? Because that demands so much
Great
networking,
question.
so much connecting of other
yeah.
people, speaking from personal experience.
I know. It's true. I think that, I didn't know we were going to land here.
Yeah.
Because I remember doing years of retail and I was the worst salesperson.
No way.
The worst. I would
can
hide
relate.
behind the racks. But I think that it's different when you're doing your own thing.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to talk about it and you want nobody else to talk about it except you. You know what I mean? Like you have to sell what you're trying to kind of put out there and your expression and stand by it and represent it. So
Yeah.
So actually, just to piggyback off that, like, did you always know you were going to get into fashion? Like, what did that creative journey look
fashion
like?
was my first love. I did a fashion collection in grade 12. I put on a fashion
nice.
show
Oh my
coming
gosh.
out of like home ec.
Right.
I got into the sewing so hard. My mom taught me how to sew.
Nice.
My mom had a children's clothing manufacturing company
my
in the
gosh.
Philippines.
Oh, wow.
So I grew up in the atelier with the sewers.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
So
Wow.
it was like something, and I modeled all the samples when she sold to the, what do you call it? The department stores.
Right.
So you've been doing this.
Yeah.
In other words, you've been
A whole lifetime. A whole
in the
lifetime
blood,
experience.
like in the family line. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, so high school, definitely was my first love. First. And I abandoned it for a while. I went to fashion school. I dropped out in the last semester because I was failing pattern making.
Oh, no way.
And I feel like my teachers there didn't have the foresight to say, you don't need to make the patterns
to be successful.
to be able to design.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I was like, you know, the idea of being educated was pummeled, right? Like into your head, like
Yeah,
you have to have that degree.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So I went into art school and I did photography because I did photography in high school. So then I did fashion photography.
Nice.
Because I couldn't make the fashion. But then I did internships in New York in 1997 and 98.
Oh, wow.
So it was like
Love New York.
the height
Fashion
of
capital.
the cool of ever of New York
Absolutely.
was
Yeah.
in the mid 90s.
course.
Yeah. But it was also, you know, toxic as F. You know, it was really brutal and I hated it.
Oh, wow.
I was living with models. I was assisting. I was doing some styling, and people were gross. The industry was gross.
I was gonna say there's the ugly side of the industry
Yeah.
for sure that
It's
people have
all
touched on, so
ugly. I
get
only
that.
saw the ugly side
no. Yeah.
because it's like who am I? Like I am nobody, and I'm like a brown girl in this like industry of tall white giraffes. You know, like.
Especially in the 90s too. Like that's like the Kate Moss era.
Yeah,
right?
that was like the
for
skinny
Yeah.
heroin chic era.
Yes.
And the models I lived with were like, oh, Caroline, you'd be so pretty if you were skinny.
What?
No, the goosebumps that I
How
got with you
dare
saying that,
you.
like that.
How dare you? How
dare you.
It wasn't even in my mind. Like, I didn't even, because I wasn't a model. I was like, just trying to
Yeah.
work.
Just living your life.
And then the photographers that I would try to work for either harassed me or they'd look at me up and down and go,
my gosh.
you're too small to carry gear.
What?
Wow, yep. That's like very similar like in the food industry, and I'm sure you can relate to is like when you're working in like as a line cook and you can't reach something, you're already like just notches down because
Yeah.
physicality is such a huge thing in every single industry. So I can definitely relate to that as well. But are you a mom? Are you a tita yourself?
I am a tita. I am a mom. Yes. I have a son who's 13.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
Do you ever design his clothes, or he doesn't let you?
I've made him a red barong.
That's pretty
Because
fire though.
he wanted red.
Yeah.
Nice.
I heard one very. I needed to ask this question before we move forward. Does your collection that you did in grade 12 was there any reminiscence of that? Did you bring that into when you developed any of your other collections moving forward? Like because you obviously pay a huge homage to Filipino culture. Like, do you bring? Was your grade 12 line in there?
No, I was not trying to be Filipino at that time. I was like trying to not be Filipino at that
Right.
time.
Yeah.
So it was very punk rock. There was a lot of lacing and mesh.
Ooh. Which I'm not mad at
This
either.
was what year was that? 92.
A question I have for you, you mentioned it in your high school line, but for you, what has your Filipino/North American journey looked like over the last couple of years?
Just the couple of years.
Actually, no, since forever. What does the whole journey look like?
Well, my family moved to Los Angeles.
Oh, no way.
Oh,
when
girl,
I
you've
was
been city hopping.
all over.
Yeah. I'm like
LA,
New York,
New
Toronto,
York,
Manila.
Toronto.
Jet set
I love it.
So Manila, LA, when I was 10. And then at 15, 16, we moved up to Vancouver.
Wow.
So
all
my-
the major cities.
Add another pin to the map. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad was a software developer at CIT before they had that title.
Yeah.
So that's how we kind of were able to immigrate. And he was just on a work visa in the States. And then
Got it.
it expired, and we either had to go back to Manila or he applied to Australia and Canada. Australia rejected us. Sorry, Australia. So we moved to Canada, and Vancouver, lived there for 12 years.
Oh, wow.
So grade 10 until I finished my degree at Emily Carr.
Wow.
We went to Emily Carr.
I went to
really cool,
Emily Carr, for fine art photography.
Nice. And within all those cities, were you able, or did you even find like a Filipino community or culture? Were there any ones that had a bigger community than you'd say here in Toronto?
I did eventually, but it was at the prompting of one of my professors, white
really?
professors at
Wow.
Emily Carr. So that's
An
where
ally.
I started. Yeah, my dig, because in art school it's all about your, identity, and they would dig in. And there was like a maybe 4 Filipinos at Emily Carr at that time.
Were you guys gang?
Not really. There was like a couple of friends that they were in the design department, and I was in the photography department. But literally, there was like the 2 of us that hung out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so the idea of scouring for your identity was like the first year, second year. That's the theme of everything you do, every class.
Right.
And my professor was like, Caroline, you should go to the Philippine Women's Center at East Hastings. And I was just so mortified and humiliated that she called me out. I forgot. I forgot who I was. I forgot I was Filipino. I was trying to hide it for so long. Because when you're an immigrant, you spend so long like, oh, let me just get that accent out of my mouth so that no one can tell that I just arrived, So there was like, over those years, it's like somebody would make fun of how I said, really? Oh, really? It's like, oh, you're such a fob. You're such a fob. So it's like trauma. I couldn't bring adobo to school. Trauma. Like all this kind of. Imagine.
Yeah. But I love that you brought that up, because I think on other episodes we talk about how much pride we have, and that's so cool to be Filipino, but there's also the other side of it too, right? Like the stinky lunchbox. I love telling that story with other people, and how you would celebrate being like more Spanish or more Chinese. So I think there is that part to consider too, that a lot of us had to suppress because of assimilation. And even me, like growing up, like I wasn't always like, I'm super proud to be Filipino, because there were so many other Filipinos in our grade, and you wanted to distinguish yourself from other people and not just be like one person. And that's why like I love that you talk about that, because it is a struggle of identity for so long. And I love that you went to an art school that's like, hey, celebrate this, dig into it. What is this about? So how did that go after you went to the center?
So I went to the center and did some work with them. There was like, there's challenges. Shout out Ugnayan and, the Philippine Women's Center back then. It was tough because they were second gens, and there was a lot of there was like a political, which is fine. I'm a total radical leftist, but I didn't know back then. I didn't know yet. I was just learning. So, and they were very political. So I was like a little bit confused, and I didn't know. And I wanted to use art as a vehicle to kind of learn and teach, like workshops on history and that kind of thing. But they weren't, they're like, no, we don't do that. So it was tough. And I was like, let me just do this on my own. So then after that, everything I did was about being Filipino. Like everything. So that my whole journey, like after I finished, I graduated at Emily Carr, and I did an internship. I went to with the UN in Kenya, in Nairobi. So another pin
on the board on the map.
Yeah, so I ended up doing a documentary, and I remember thinking the people in Kenya and Tanzania and Cameroon where I went, it was like, oh, they're like Filipinos. And they're like always forcing me to eat. And they're always, and I was like, I really need to go back home. I really need to go back home. So I went home after that, and then I did some research. I'm like, I need to get out of Vancouver because it felt like a really small town. I mean, it's not like that anymore. I don't want to throw shade, but at that time I felt really isolated. And then I found out that Toronto is the biggest city, and that 50% of all Filipinos in Canada live here.
Sure do.
There you go.
Sure do.
So I came for y'all. I packed up everything I owned in 4 boxes and put it on a Greyhound and bought a one-way ticket to Toronto.
You just
Wow.
came here by
The
yourself.
shivers.
I came here by
Right?
myself.
Oh
I
my
didn't know
gosh.
anybody. I stayed with a friend's grandfather in Kensington Market.
Wow.
Wow.
Love Kensington.
Yeah.
Great area.
You just gave me shivers.
So is there like a Filipino trait that you carry proudly? Or is there one that you had to unlearn?
Because I was so into being Filipino, I didn't ascribe to anything that's typically Filipino. I rebelled against everything Filipino that
Interesting.
people would put on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even family, like even, the religion and the proper, like you've seen my work with Vinta. It's like it's everything is a rebellion.
Yeah.
Yes.
But at the same time, an excavation of like,
Yes.
what are we? Why are we this way?
I love that.
Yeah, that's really
Chills.
powerful. And like we talk about titas and tita culture, and I love that when I was reading everything, I'm like, oh my gosh, you said a word that just really gives me so much like hope. And you said disrupt, like you love to disrupt, and I'm really disruptive too. So what would you say to, let's say like typical, we say tips, right? Like typical titas, and it can be your generation, it could be our generation, the younger generation. You did things differently, and how do you think that really elevated your career? And what would you say for people who are so scared to kind of like get out of being a typical tita and they want to be a new tita? So what would you say to them?
That's a
We
Mic
love
drop.
this conversation.
yeah. Great question.
Just throw your mics at each other, guys.
Well, I think that you need to look at yourself first and really excavate what makes you who you are and what are the things like I think about it and it's like my entire personality is based on trauma. So it's like being self-aware of that trauma and how has it played out and how has it repeated things and how do you break it, right? So it's like just being really conscious of the toxicity. Like, why would you say this to somebody, your niece or your nephew, or
Right.
like what are you passing on, right? Like would you want that for yourself? Then don't do it if you don't want it,
Can I ask how you found yourself with kind of identifying your own trauma and self-actualization? Because it's so funny. We literally talked about this on our episode last week where we say it's still very taboo and faux pas, like the mental health conversation within the Filipino culture. Like, how did you find that discovery on your own? Was that something your parents were supportive? Was it just the industry that you're in? It really made you stop and reflect?
Well, I think that I need to talk about the fact that I had really abusive parents and I left home really young. I left home at 18. And I never looked back. I was disowned. I called the cops on my dad.
Oh, no.
So it's like those are things that it's like Filipinos who are afraid because they have this amazing community and amazing parents who are so loving, and that I didn't have that.
Yeah.
So it put me in this position where it's like, fuck everybody. I'm gonna do things myself. I'm gonna get out there and just, it got really messy and really ugly, and so I think that's what's different about my journey is that I had to figure it out on my own.
Thank you for sharing that with us, because a lot of people are really adverse to like being that vulnerable, but we appreciate it. Absolutely.
I'm old now, so I have to say that.
The wisdom. I know, right? Release the skincare, please, because we need to know.
Give us the regalo.
Give us the regalo. Caroline actually opened the floor to something different and how she had to survive her trauma that she experienced as a child. So we kind of wanted to dive into how you came from that, taking your trauma and all the good things that you've learned from your parents, and how you were able to build an empire here in Toronto. I've been following your work. I absolutely love your work.
So beautiful.
It's so inspiring. I
So
send it
beautiful.
to anybody I can. But how did this start? Like, where did you kind of have that aha moment? I'm going to do this right now and redefine like Filipino fashion. Yeah.
Yeah.
When was Vinta born?
Yeah.
I got chills.
I know, right? I think to speak to the survival thing, I didn't have a choice in my mind. It was like I was planning my escape from a certain age, and it's like, and that was before the internet.
Right,
So I had to go to the guidance counselor office, find out which grants I could apply for. You know, like analog.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like once it happened, I was like, oh, I'm going. I'm done. I'm going. But I went to fashion school first. And then I took a very meandering road. And I came to, when I thought to myself that I wanted to come to Toronto, I said I wanted to start a Filipino arts collective.
Wow.
That was my thing. So I started eventually, 7 years after I arrived. 6. I started Kapisanan Philippine Center for Arts and Culture.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I didn't know you started. I've heard Kapisanan and I applied.
Yeah.
I remember
You
I applied.
did?
I
For
applied
Clutch?
for Clutch. Yes.
Oh.
I was accepted. Unfortunately, at the time, it was like I was figuring myself out. I was doing nursing. I was in the remix project. I had my part-time
my
jobs.
gosh.
I was like so happy I made it, but then just it didn't line up for me at the time. But I've always been a fan of Kapisanan. I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Full circle.
That's amazing.
This is great.
You didn't know?
Yeah.
I invented that program.
I love it. Talk about trailblazer. Like honestly,
I'm so glad that you did that. Anyway,
I'm like literally my mind's blown. I can't believe this.
No, you don't even know. I'm sitting here like I
Okay,
don't know if
sorry.
I can talk anymore. So much to say, but I don't know if I can say it.
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah,
Yes. The
so
Kapisanan.
I did that 07 till the end of 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
And because we were downtown, Kensington Market, my idea for that whole thing was for us to not be so navel-gazing as a community and to be out and to be present and in the kind of downtown core and in the culture of Toronto.
Yeah.
Right? To represent ourselves. So we did festivals, we did art exhibits, and it was like kind of creating Filipino Canadian culture that we could share with non-Filipinos.
Yeah.
That was my whole thing. And because we were so visible, and I became like the CBC radio pundit for the community. Every time there was an issue, they'd call me. I was like, I have to go to the... so then Filipinos all over the GTA would call the center and be like, hi, do you have barong there?
Right.
Do you have barong for wedding? Baptism? You know, like that kind of...
Now I'm hearing Candy.
Her nickname is Candy.
Candy, by the way. Candies.
Yeah, so then, and then there was a lot of, you know, the nonprofit grants were dwindling at this point, and so there was grant money available for nonprofits to start a social enterprise. Wow. So then I thought I could start a barong business.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, I got money to kind of do R&D and that kind of thing. So starting 2009, I started researching. And I was just going to import barongs. But the fashion girly in me was like, that is ugly. I don't want to bring that here. For what? For what?
We live an honest
There's nothing
queen.
else in the back.
I know. It's like, oh, it's so polyester, and I hate that shimmery organza. It's like, I just can't, because I came from fashion school. I know my fabrics.
Yeah.
I know my, you know what I mean?
She
And
knows
I'm
her
like,
patterns.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't make them, but I know them conceptually. But yeah, so then I thought, let me just make it. So my founding couturier, Manang Lita, shout out Manang Lita, Estelita Lagman. She made my wedding gown.
Her last name's
And-
Lugman. Sorry.
What?
Yeah.
Are you?
Oh my God,
are
are you
you
guys
related?
I know, 6 degrees of separation.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she made my wedding dress in 2004.
Nice.
And I met her through a cousin in Manila. And she's a couturier. She worked for Rahul Laurel, which is a big fashion designer in Manila. And by the time she made my dress, she was just working on her own at home. and she had all these clients, and I gave her a technical sketch, and then my wedding dress came in a FedEx box, and it was amazing.
Wow.
So I was like, Manang, I'm gonna make you money.
We're getting married.
I made her some money. Not major. So I just hollered at her. I'm like, hey, do you want to do this thing that I want to do? She's like, yeah, sure. So we did it. I did 2 dress designs, and 3 barong styles.
Wow. Yeah.
And I launched Vinta Gallery with that. And then people would come to the center, get measured, and like in 3 weeks they would have their custom made.
That's really fast
Wow.
turnover.
That's amazing.
3 weeks.
Terno.
That's really
3-4 weeks.
And how
yeah.
did you think of Vinta?
So
I don't know about the translation.
Vinta Gallery was already the name of our gallery.
Okay.
So
Got it.
Kapisanan had a 3,500 square foot space, and we had like a 400 square foot storefront. And the storefront was the gallery. And then when we didn't have an exhibit up, it was a retail gallery that all these artist kids would like sell their stuff. Yeah. And I would teach them how to, create a commission so that Kapisanan would make some money, and then they would make money, and that kind of thing. So it was part of Kapisanan, the Vinta Gallery.
Love that.
And then the brand became that, and the idea of gallery anyway as a retail experience. It's like my favorite retail experience is the gift shop at a gallery.
Yeah.
So the idea of that was where the name came from.
Do you have a favorite Vinta piece?
Oh gosh.
I know. That's a loaded question. Yeah. Do you have a favorite color?
No, I don't have a favorite. I don't know. It depends on the story. What
How
story
about
are
what's
we
the
telling?
most disruptive piece?
Yeah.
Like when we're talking about traditional burong, like
Oh, the harness. Okay, so one that's like that's a ready to wear is the harness that says walang hiya and walang utang na loob on either side, right?
Yeah.
That one went viral.
We love a viral moment. Yeah.
The titas were like, binastos mo yung terno.
well, what do you say to them? Because like I got a sticker the other day from Panay Collection and it says Backpack Power, and apparently a lot of people weren't very happy with that. I'm like, what's wrong with Backpack Power? That's good, right? Like that's like. So what do you say to those titas where like, oh, you're being so disrespectful? Like, why would you do that?
I did a whole reel about it, and I was talking about the shame of. Like the walang hiya and the walang utang na loob specifically spoke to femme Filipinos, Filipinas, Filipinx, for us to kind of take back the power and to have no shame in being who we are. And we don't owe man's nothing.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that.
Period.
Yeah. So obviously, like I understand, the utang na loob as like a concept in our culture is really important, and that's why it's like it was so disruptive when I did it, and people were wearing it for their weddings, like it was but then they would just send the reel that I made to their tita who complained or whatever.
I love that. It's like education piece. Don't yell at me. Just watch this.
Yeah. So that one is definitely had the most impact. And then one of my couture designs, which was just like this crystal mesh terno, and I had Sydney model it with no bra. And so
I
there
think
was,
I've seen that.
we called it nipple gate.
I was looking at it. I was like, is she wearing a shirt under?
Yes, I did see
No,
that.
she was wearing only a panty.
So end.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah, that one caused a lot of problems online too, but
I loved it. I'm trying to see if I can pull it off. I'm like, can I wear it like that?
it's like, and what's the most hilarious is when people go, I unfollowed. It's like, okay.
Cool.
Sige.
Bahala.
Exactly.
Perfectly said.
So,
Literally.
We talk about redefining a lot on this podcast. So you really did redefine
Literally.
Filipino fashion.
And redesigned.
Yes.
Yes.
And owned.
So let's talk about like evolution, you know, taking something traditional, making it modern, how you dealt with that backlash. So why does modernizing Filipino fashion matter for the diaspora? It's like a loaded question. I'm sorry, I should have. Why does it matter?
I mean, like anything, it's like I didn't really think about it all too hard, other than how am I going to do this? Like the actual tactical stuff.
Like you're so busy
Right?
in it, right?
Yeah, I'm so in it, and it's like, for me, at that time when I was starting it, the terno was just kind of like I was at the forefront of bringing back the terno. So Vinta Gallery started, and TernoCon in Manila started around the same time, and Fashionable Filipinas, you know that account. So I was like reposting them a lot, and my whole thing was, Imelda didn't invent the terno. The terno has a long history and evolution over the years, and it's ours. It's not Imelda's. So I think that Filipinos in general, and especially in the diaspora, because we all left because of martial law and the Marcos regime, they had a political hangover about this cultural clothing. Even barongs, like, people didn't do, like, before, you didn't have to say Filipiniana attire for an event. People just wore
You just
it.
know.
Yeah. Right.
That's what you wear when it's special.
Yeah.
You wear the barong, you wear
Yeah.
a terno, and whatever. But it kind of died out, and then the styles kind of stopped evolving.
Yeah.
Right? It was always a part of fashion.
Yeah.
Like in the Fashionable Filipinas book, there's like a kind of a comparative of how the terno evolved and European fashion, because we were like the trade route from Europe to, you know, the Manila galleon trade and all that kind of stuff. So we were always very cosmopolitan and fashion forward as a culture, because we were like,
The middleman,
it's like the gateway to Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So, but with our own cultural clothing, it stopped evolving because of a political hangover, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
I didn't
So-
think of that. I didn't
Yeah.
know that, actually.
So that was my whole thing into kind of redesigning and just making it contemporary. I say modern Filipiniana because it was SEO. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you had to do to get the hits online.
Gotcha.
But really, in concept, it's contemporary. It's today. It's now. This is what it should be now.
Right.
Right? So that's what I put into it. And I wanted to wear silhouettes that
Are
You said a
flattering.
They're
word
flattering.
That really hit home was revolution. And I think that's something that a lot of traditional Filipino communities, they think that when you're westernizing something or you're making it more modern, you're taking it away from what the original is. But what would you say to people who, and you said it a little bit earlier, like in terms to grow, or if you're like stuck in the old ways, there's a lot of self-reflection that needs to happen. But why is growth and evolution so important, not just for fashion, but for like our Filipino communities as titas? Why is it so important for us to grow, to reach like the next level?
Well, we need to break the cycles, right? We're not going to be able to do that if we don't evolve. I think it's so important. And, you know, I didn't mean to get so political with Vinta. I am just political, and I'm, even with Kapisanan, like, you know, the titas back in the day, like your parents, they're like, why art? You know,
Yeah.
like,
Oh, gosh.
I would have a booth at Mabuhay Festival and be like, and then one of our exhibits was called Bruja.
I remember that.
I remember so much. Like, grabbed her daughter. I was dead. Freaked out. And it's like, that's been the reaction to everything that I've done.
Yeah.
With a lot of the older
Older generations,
generation.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So, and, you know, and I think that, like I said in my kind of farewell letter with Vinta, it's like it started when the Black Lives Matter movement started, right? Like during the pandemic. And I wrote, because everybody started doing some weird performative stuff, and, you know, black people trying to be, or no, Filipino people trying to be black, which is very, you know, it's a thing because
Yeah.
we have no access right? So the culture that we ascribe to, which is hip hop, and that's us, right, in North America.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, it is you're part of it, but there's also another part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a whole other layer.
I wanted to write an essay about it, to talk about it. And that essay went viral, like insanely viral, like 20,000 shares from the website kind of thing. Because everybody was online too, right? Like,
Yeah, what a time. Everyone's home.
yeah. So then I was like, okay, here's my entry point into just being controversial.
Yeah.
Not to be controversial, but to really say my opinion about
For sure.
what I think about. Because it's like I have spent almost all of my career at that point learning about being Filipino.
Right.
Yeah.
As an immigrant, as someone who had abandoned it and who came back. And like, I started a cultural center. Every year I'd go back to the Philippines and buy books, and I had a library, and so it's like I was learning a lot, and I wanted to be able to share it. So there was a lot of pushback. There was a lot of pushback. And when I started talking about decolonizing, it was early. People didn't know the word colonization.
Yeah. No,
You
it's
know,
true.
like people who pushed back on me, it's like, why do you keep talking about the conquistadors? It's like, girl, conquistadors. Nobody says that anymore. It's like they're so stuck in what was taught to them.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, things are different. We have to
sure.
look at it through a different lens because we are now aware. So I feel like I helped kind of politicize the online diaspora.
Yeah. And whether
community.
people agreed with it, disagreed with it, at
Yeah,
least
I
it
didn't
got
care.
the conversation
Yeah.
started, right? It's
wanted
that
the
awareness
discourse.
for it. Yeah.
I wanted the discourse, and I wanted people to have the argument to just open up that conversation.
Yeah.
For sure.
So with that said, I'll bring it back to your pieces and Vinta, or with Regalo, I guess, like, what do you want Filipinos to feel when they wear your pieces?
Well, I want them. I didn't really want anything. I just wanted nice clothes.
I just want to look good. Yeah.
I just wanted Filipiniana to be worn on any occasion, and for people to not think about it and just like put it on, But the feedback that I get in that, people feel proud and people feel magnificent,
Luxurious,
and
for sure.
luxurious and seen and that kind of
Original.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, like that makes me really happy. Sometimes it's like when I was, heavy in Vinta, I would always wear the terno, and I'm an introvert, so it's kind of hard. It's kind of like you kind of have to bring it when you wear it because people will come up to you because you look like a goddess. When you wear it.
Talk about
Say it again.
I was gonna say your pieces are definitely conversation starters. They're not like
No, for sure.
they're not gonna fade into the background.
No, no,
Yeah.
and that's what I love about it. And I think it's funny because that's the resistance from wearing it. It's like, oh no, that's not me. It's like, it is you.
Walang hiya.
Walang hiya, exactly.
You speak without speaking, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Was there a time, or when was the first time, like, you saw someone wear your piece and you kind of realized, like, this is bigger than just clothes?
I think I don't remember a specific time. I do remember getting stopped in the middle of a swap meet in Hawaii.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you were working and someone just...
And then somebody just went, Vinta!
And me.
Looking at carved turtles.
That's what I was like, you're caught, it was a genuine moment. You're caught off guard. Like,
that happened a lot. Like when I went to LA and we opened the showroom in LA, there was a lot of that, and the reaction was so amazing and so validating and so like, oh, we did something.
yeah.
We did something. Something people it hit it hit something within people, within our
Can I
community.
ask one more question? I know we're over time.
Go
but
for it.
Yeah.
So for me, you're like the epitome of what a modern day tita should be. Not just because you are a tita and you're a mom, but just career wise and how you are so disruptive. What would you say to young girls who, not even in like art, just to young girls who are trying to break out and discover who they are? What would you say to them?
Be brave. Don't let your coddling mama and Lola stop you from doing the things that you believe in, right? Because it's like they may not understand, but if they take it personal, that's their problem. I'm sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Yeah.
Other people are like, oh, she's bad.
Walang hiya all day. Let's go. Let's go.
It's a little bit like that. Yeah.
I love that.
Caroline, next kind of question I have is we talked a lot about Vinta, but we haven't spoken too much about Regalo Studios. Can you tell us why you decided to make the transition and what inspired the name?
Well, I think everybody knows regalo means gift. Well, it's actually, when we were thinking about the next evolution for me as a designer and as a creative, to step out of the Filipino cultural clothing, I was like, well, I want to make stuff that I want to wear. And what do I wear? And it's actually streetwear most of the time. Today I'm wearing a blazer because I'm trying to be a proper tita for y'all. But I don't really wear blazers that much.
You gotta show the waist piece. That's
So I wanted to do something that I would wear. And my business partner, Jennifer Owano, who is our CEO, we're like not really like business. We're just kind of like, we wear a lot of streetwear.
Yeah.
And then did some research. Streetwear, it's male dominated. Young men, they're not going to include an old tita like me in that scene. So I thought Vinta Gallery gift shop. Regalo. So I'm still on the gallery museum gift shop idea, because it's like when you go through a gallery exhibit and you're so inspired. I am such a gallery gift shop whore. I'm a little bit.
Me too, yeah.
Yeah, that AGO gift shop. I'm telling you.
my
Get
gosh.
you then. They'll get you.
I just
Take
buy
my
all
advice.
of the things. Let me buy the book. Let me buy the little figurine. Let me buy the framed art. Let me buy the. So it's a little bit like that. It's like you're trying to kind of replicate the experience of seeing the art by buying it and taking it home, right? So it's really about the experience and not about consumption per se. So I wanted to bring that into the new brand.
You are the Regalo.
Okay, bars.
So tell us what's different about Regalo. What's different about this new chapter, and how is it like more transitional from Vinta?
Well, what's different is that it's not Filipiniana, but it's still me. So it's still Filipino in a lot of ways. But it's not a thing. The thing with Vinta was that I thought everyone would buy it, not just Filipinos. But then when all of the pandemic and the call-outs and all this cultural appropriation kind of came up, they're like, if I wear that, it's cultural appropriation, like a non-Filipino person.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
I didn't think of that at
It's
all.
not that, but I mean, I get
But
that. Yeah.
Filipinos are making it, and you're buying it from a Filipino company, and So I was like, I got really limited as a business. Like it capped, it ended, like to just for the community, and which is fine. But it's like, I need to scale.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
My investor's like, how are we gonna do this?
Yeah.
So we needed an out, and I wanted to do contemporary fashion, and I'm Gen X, I'm in my matriarch years, so I wanted the target demographic to be matriarchs.
I love that.
And I have to say, all of the clothing pieces and all of the lines, it's so empowering. Even the poses of the models.
The
and
models,
how
who
they're
you
wearing
used.
it and how it's styled. It's so...
Oh, thank you.
I'm so proud because I know it's not Filipina wear, but it is. You can see pieces of our culture in modern fashion, and it's so honoring to be able to see that in such a different light. It's beautiful, honestly.
Yeah, so I have pieces like the panuelo shirt, and it has like that kind of like the barot saya kind of collar to it. And this print is from the Itneg tribe. It's Binakol. We have pieces that are hand loomed still in the Philippines. And so we discussed it with Ant Hill, shout out Ant Hill Fabrics, where we get our hand loomed fabrics from. And she said that the Itneg tribe didn't really know the origin of this weave, but to them it's meaningful in that they make blankets out of it, and the optical illusion is supposed to ward off evil spirits while you sleep because they make it for blankets. So it's like a protective pattern. But you see it everywhere. It's like I found...
Need it.
Yeah, so it's like we're able to print it. And we discussed it with to make sure that it's not taboo to do that. And then I found this house like last year or this year, and I shot at as a location, and it's in the 70s, and the wallpaper was exactly this print.
Oh, no way.
Perfect.
Yo. I walked into the
Goosebumps,
bathroom
man.
and I was like, oh my gosh, when was this bathroom done? It's like, 1978.
Wow.
Whoa.
And so I photographed the model wearing the binnacle coat in it.
So good. So good.
It's on the Instagram.
All right,
But yeah,
Diana.
so it's still imbued with my culture, and but it's all mostly like things for women like me. So it's modular, it is comfortable, it looks slick and fashionable.
Very.
And yeah, there's multiple ways you can wear it. It's layerable. So
Yeah, there's a few
another
pieces that are
regalo
definitely
from you
jumping
to
out.
the world.
Yes.
another regalo.
So make sure you go follow Instagram, go on the website, check it out. There's definitely some beautiful pieces, something for everybody, for sure. So with that said, I think we're gonna end with a fun game, everyone's favorite, Filipino Flash. So we're just gonna go through a bunch of questions, and you just tell us what you gravitate towards. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Lumpia or turon?
Turon.
Turon. Remember the one from?
Yes.
It
It was like 10 cents. It was amazing.
It was so good. Lechon or kare kare?
Kare kare.
Tita fit or ate baddie fit?
Ate baddie fit? Sounds better.
Tinola, sinigang, or adobo?
Sinigang.
Gang, gang. Manila jeepney or Toronto TTC?
TTC. I'm from there. Let's be real. It is.
Barong or balintawak? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balintawak.
Balintawak.
Yeah.
Oh, is that one or barong? Sorry.
Balintawak. Sorry.
sorry. Jollibee spaghetti or McDo spaghetti?
Neither. I'm sorry, I don't eat either of those things.
Best Filipino trait: resilient, what's that one?
Malikhain. Creative.
Or madiskarte.
Madiskarte.
What does that one mean? I should have checked that one.
It's hard
How do you
to
pronounce it?
describe, but it's like, it's basically like being
Whatever.
super resourceful.
Oh, okay.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good one. If Regalo Studios was a Filipino snack, what would it be?
I actually like that question a lot.
Oh gosh. What the heck?
Okay, would it be savory or sweet?
Spicy, I think.
Oh,
I like that
It's
one.
giving me like adobo vibes almost.
It's like
Adobo
boy
sarte.
bawang.
or a ding dong.
Wait, what's that?
The one that
corn-
has, it has like
corn
a bit of
mix?
everything.
Oh yeah,
It has the cornix.
Kind
It
of like
has
a trail mix.
Oh, a
Almost.
trail mix.
Yeah.
Like a-
That's new. That's contemporary.
See?
That's not from my childhood.
Oh.
I don't know a lot of Filipino snacks, to be honest. You brought in like the most the other day.
Oh, she brought us like a little care package last week.
Yeah.
With little snacks
So
in it.
good.
Which is delicious. Okay, who is more intense, Filipino moms or Filipino titas?
Gosh.
It's just like it's flashbacks.
From my experience, it's Filipino moms.
Yeah.
Filipino moms. And then rate your Filipino-ness from 1 to 10.
25.
Say it again.
Louder for the
I'm
people
so
in the back.
Filipino, people don't even realize I'm Filipino.
Oh man, I love that. Okay, any more? Did we want to throw any in? What you guys have?
No, I just want to know if she had any last things she wanted to share.
Yes.
And by the way, we're just very thankful you came. I just have to
Thank
say
you
that
for
publicly.
having me still, though.
Yes.
Thank you.
going-
I saw Laura Bell. She did my blonde when I was a blonde.
We love LB.
yeah.
Yes. But yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much for being on our show. It was
Thank
truly
you
a
for
gift. This
having
is
me.
an amazing first guest for our new season. But yeah, any words for our audience out there before we go?
I don't know.
Way to put her on the
Oh, sorry.
Be walang hiya.
Yeah,
I don't know.
wise words for sure.
Thank you.
So watch out for Caroline and everything that she has coming down the pipeline. Thank you again for joining us and being our guest. And
Thanks for being our regalo.
yeah.
RegaloStudios.com.
Plug. But yes, join us next week. Thank you for joining us. And until next time.
Ingat.
Ingat. Yay!